What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. So after reading over my comments on my last posted video, y'all all thought it would be a great idea if I started a Farming Simulator 20 series. So that's what we're doing today. This is Farming Sim 20 Part 1. Let's go ahead and click New Game and get this loaded up. It looks like... okay, here we go. So for the sake of everybody watching, if y'all are watching this kind of like a review, I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro so y'all know how to do everything. So it says, welcome to Farming Simulator, which is like a short tour. Let's go ahead and click yes. So for short of what this says, this is my field and it needs to be harvested. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the header. So let's go ahead and get that drop down. Now we gotta drive towards it to harvest, which right here it says use the accelerator, but I am using a wireless controller for mine. So they do start you out with the New Holland TX32. This is a pretty small harvester. Here's the inside view. Let's go ahead and get started on this harvest. Start going straight. Looks like we got AC up here, some good radio and stuff. Got some pretty decent detail. So let's go ahead and go all the way straight to this check mark and get to the next part of the guided tour. This game is incredibly realistic for it to be mobile. This was the first realistic mobile farming simulator to come out, actually. Okay, so it says the short version of this is we're doing good and we need to hire a helper to do the rest of the field so we can get more done. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now the helper will work while we go and cultivate the next field. Let's go ahead and over here. This is just saying about the fields need to be cultivated, so let's go ahead and do this. They also give you a K7250. Here's the inside of that. Let's go ahead and get that. That's the wrong button. Let's go ahead and get this dropped down. And I think I'm completely missing that spot. I am. Crap, I'll have to go back for that later. Okay, so it says we need to abandon this now or hire helper to go to the tractor with the planter. I'll go ahead and hire the helper for now. So this is just talking about seeding the field, so we need to attach this seeder right here. They also give us a Fendant favorite 515C. Pretty decent small tractor. And we got the Jet M planter, which I never heard of until I got this game. Let's go ahead and lower it down and get to planting. Looks like we go a good 15 miles an hour pulling this behind. Okay, so now it says we got the hang of it, feel free to hire a helper, and we need to go get the grain bucket attached. Also, the inside view of this tractor, if y'all care to see that. Let's go ahead, I will hire the helper, and let's switch over to this. Now we need to stop this helper and drive all the way over here. Let's go ahead and get this part. Drop that? Okay, yeah. Drop that, and then we'll go ahead and come over here. Hook up the trailer and get to the harvester. Okay. This is actually, I think, one of my favorite tractors that they start you out with. This case is a nice tractor. Let's go ahead and get over here and ready. It looks like he's only on his second to third pass. Yeah, third pass. It's quite a small harvester. Okay, it looks like I'm going pretty good. Just let him finish this and finish emptying out the green. Okay, we actually got quite a bit out of that. Probably like 1/4 of a tank. Let's go ahead and start driving over there. It's right up over here, over this hill, just a little bit down the road. Not too far of a drive, I'd say. Just turn right out of the farm and go straight. They do give you a pretty decent setup for your beginner farm, specifically with this tractor. And the planter and stuff is pretty good. Now, the harvester is a little small, but they're supposed to be when you start out, so you can eventually upgrade. Looks like we're going almost 45 in this tractor. We're cruising at about 42. Let's go ahead and take this turn. We gotta sell this at the West Hill Grain Mill. Okay, so now all we have to do is drive over the grate to unload our money. It looks like we got, okay, well done, $1,055 out of that. So now that we got that all sold, I guess let's go ahead and start driving back over to the farm so we can get more important tasks done. Oh, and what that template was saying was it was the end of the tour, and now we got the hang of everything. So we're gonna go ahead and start going back over to the farm. It looks like since that unloaded grain, we were able to go 43 now, not 42. That's another realistic thing that they have in the game. You go slower depending on what you have. It looks, yep, we're right by the car wash. We're almost back to the farm. Let's go ahead and get this pulled back in here. I don't know what's with the cars over there. It looks like they're good. Okay, let's pull this back up over here. It looks like he's about halfway done. And this guy over here is like on his 4th pass, it looks like. So this is all going pretty good. Actually, quick tip for y'all. If you go here into the shop, you can go into trailers, cotton technology. If you get this Lizard Model 4 cotton bale trailer right here for $25,000, if you get this trailer, you can actually load the New Holland harvester that they start you with. You can load it onto the trailer for easy transport. And for $25,000, it's quite cheap if you want to use it as a harvester trailer. If you decide to buy something that's not on your farm that you'd like to transport the harvester to, you can do that. And if you go back to the shop, if you just get the John Deere T560 harvester, it can run the Dynflex 9255 Massey Ferguson header, and you can get double what the John Deere header for this tractor is just by using the Massey Ferguson, and it pulls it just fine. There's no problem with it at all. So that would be an easy upgrade instead of buying the very expensive Massey Ferguson harvester. Let's go ahead and get this driven back over here to the farm so we can get the cultivator hooked back up to start the cultivation on this field. We're gonna need to get stuff done quickly around here to be able to get it ready to go for the next plant. Go ahead and get this lowered and get headed out on this. I'm gonna go ahead here and finish up this field and get the rest of the things done around the farm. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Farming Series 20 Part 1. If y'all like this kind of content, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. See you in the next one. Peace out.